Huh? Oh, was that?
2 seconds.
Come on, do it.
Those birds. Male or female?
Have a one with us already, have a
A male.
a male spirit with us.
Yeah. Did you live in the castle?
No.
Did you live on the street?
Is it Nicholas?
Huh?
Nicholas?
Nicholas?
Nicholas Bagnall.
No, he didn't live in the castle. Yeah, I know. Thank you. You just confirmed I'm right. Did you live here in the 19th century? I don't know what that is. This is going nuts.
It went off once, did it?
I think that might, yeah, I mean, it's very hard to know. Did you live here in the 18th century?
That's actually staying on.
Yeah.
Whatever's going on. I should actually go off after the given answer. What are you doing? Staying on.
Were you a poor person?
No. Oh, you were rich?
Yeah.
Did you win the lotto?
Okay. No. Did you live through the famine here in the town?
Yes. I'll tell you how it works, Mark. If you ask a spirit a question, it'll go off once for yes and twice for no.
Was it very difficult to live through the famine here in the town? Yes.
That's a very strong spirit you're communicating with.
He's composed. Did you die here? He says yes.
It is a very strong
Did
spirit.
you die during the famine?
We're up at Bagnall's Castle here, Francis.
No. Did you die before the 1901?
Huh? Yeah. Oh, about 5 minutes.
Somewhere between the famine and the 1901.
I didn't even get a chance to say hello to the viewers, and Linda was getting communication with the spirit. I haven't even introduced us tonight yet.
Are there many spirits here? Is it just yourself?
That's in mode 4.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No. There's more than himself here, was it? Is there anybody?
What's he doing?
Look at this is what's happening. I've never seen it do this before.
No, somebody's manipulating that.
Yeah, and then he comes back and he answers the questions.
Oh, here, it wouldn't surprise me if that bollocks followed us in the road from the last investigation. And he's messing about with it. Yes, it is him. It is him. He's followed us from the first investigation.
Oh my goodness. Robert, did you know you weren't supposed to follow us?
Yeah, Robert, you weren't allowed to follow us.
And he's got more energy here as well.
Yeah.
He knew he wasn't supposed to follow us.
He knew he wasn't supposed to follow us.
Have you got more energy here in the town, Robert?
Yeah.
Robert, was that you pretending to be alive in the through the famine? No.
No. So there is more than one spirit.
Yeah.
Guess who's followed us, guys?
Robert?
Yeah.
Robert here is not the way. He's got more power here in the
We were told not to follow us.
He was
So Robert,
told,
go
yeah.
fuck yourself. Pardon the French.
Robert,
Tragedies.
Robert, would prefer if we could speak to other spirits and if you could let go of this.
Yeah, Robert, you had your turn earlier on. Now fuck off.
Yeah, look at it. And then he just grabs straight back onto it.
No, he's manipulated. That shouldn't be going like that.
No, I've never seen him do that before. Is that still you, Robert?
He's messing about with that.
You want me to pick it off the cable so those lights around the building?
I don't know. Far enough away. I thought I was far enough away. Still Robert messing.
Guys, sorry we didn't get introducing the team tonight, but as soon as I turned on the live stream, Linda started getting activity on the Ghost Pro. And it's actually a spirit who has followed us from our first investigation.
Robert, are you attached to this spiritual? Yeah. Fabulous.
You should have copied that whole way up the whole. He was spinning around the town and made a day show.
Robert, this
Oh,
machine's going to be blessed with salt and holy water, so you may let go of it very soon. Are you annoyed with us that we helped somebody pass over? Are you annoyed with us that we helped somebody pass over?
Mark says Robert, he was just looking some cheap cans from Lidl.
Oh, he says he's not annoyed.
Who said that?
Robert?
Of course he was annoyed, so we wound him up like fuck out there. Robert, still telling lies and fuck away off, would you?
Say no. Okay. Robert, I think you should leave us now.
Where's the police?
We're all socially distanced. He's not letting go of it.
He's not letting go, right?
Robert, I'm going to turn off this machine. I'm going to blast it and take it home. I don't want to speak to you. I want to speak to other spirits.
Yeah, Robert, piss off. Right, so Linda just turned off the Ghost Pro there, guys. Anyway, how's everybody Saturday night going? Good evening. How are you? It's not going to really be an investigation. We've already done an investigation earlier on. The reason we didn't live stream it, folks, because of the sensitive nature of the issue surrounding the investigation and what actually happened. I can't even tell you where it was, because two of the people in question, there's family members still living in the district, and if we had live streamed it, it would have caused a bit of controversy. So we decided to come back into the centre of town and just do a little sort of walk around / investigation up around Little Bagnall's Castle area. We're going to go down into Abbey Yard, into the tunnels, and maybe over as far as St Christopher's Park, the Albert Basin, over that direction. So as you can see, we're up at Bagnall's Castle, and there's just a little bit of history of it. It's an example of a fortified house. Bagnall's Castle was built by Sir Nicholas Bagnall in the 1560s. Original features still surviving on this west wall are the ground floor entrance to the kitchen, original jambs with some windows and a corbel, or whatever the fuck that is, which protected the doorway. So here we are, guys. I hope you are all enjoying your Saturday night. So yeah, we're just taking a wee walk around different areas of the town. We had our main investigation earlier on, and there was a cracker of an investigation. It's just unfortunate we couldn't live stream it. And as you can see there, one of the spurs that was involved in earlier on's investigation followed us, and that's who Linda was communicating with at the very beginning of the live stream. So hopefully he'll disappear or fuck off or whatever. He's not very welcome because basically in life he was a coward who did nothing but bully women, and he eventually ended up murdering one before he was hanged himself. So we don't want his type of spirit around us. Any other activity, is there?
It's just the EMF is going off, but it could be just the lamps and stuff.
I wouldn't think so. You had to be directly underneath them.
Bonkers.
You had to be directly underneath them, you know.
Right.
So I would say that EMF's going because of the spirits around here.
Yeah.
Because you'd actually have to be directly underneath the lamps or under the power lines for that to go off.
It's just hitting red. So
Yeah.
It's not.
See, that's the readings I was getting here last Sunday.
Ah, okay.
You know, and there was nothing above me.
There's nothing above
There was
you.
nothing above me. It was spiking. See, unless there's power lines underneath the ground, but you should still be far enough away from them. You know, and the fact that they're covered up, you should still be far enough away from them. You
I'm
know.
going to cross the road. See if it's on the side.
Yeah, I'll go over with you just to see. See, the likes of town centres and in houses, they're not really good places to use EMF meters. You know.
No.
So we'll see if this is still going crazy over here.
Yeah.
Still going off.
Yeah, still going nuts. Oh.
Oh, she's off now. So she's on. Right, but there's nothing. There's no wires or anything electric
No,
here.
it's just a wall.
There's nothing here that would give off a high EMF reading. I just remember, see, hundreds of years ago, this road wouldn't have been here. This would have been old buildings here. There would have been buildings even covering this road years ago.
Yeah.
That's Bagnall's Castle. That was the old garrison with the old monastery over here. But there would have been buildings and all around here.
There we go.
I mean, this is actually one of the most haunted areas of the town.
Well,
You know, as you can see.
yeah, because there's no rhyme or reason to when it drops.
Yeah. So I would definitely say that's most important, and maybe spirit activity out there, because we're not standing directly under anything that's giving out high EMFs. You see. So
even in the middle of the road, there's nothing.
you need to be really, really close to these sort of things, Angie, for them to give off a high EMF reading.
Yeah, it's just feeling at me because it's stuck there.
There's nothing around us is actually signal that's going to give off high EMF readings.
Like it's not doing it in there.
Like even my phone, I'll have to put my phone up close to it. So you see, I had to put my phone up close to it to go off, so you actually had to nearly have something right beside it before it'll start giving off an EMF reading. So it's got nothing to do with the lights or anything that's around us.
I'm going to put on the ancient one. That's number 1, isn't it? Or number 2?
Number 2. I'm just going to take a wee walk around the back here. So don't worry, folks, we'll not be here for long. We'll take a wee I'll take a wee dander down around Abbey Yard and maybe over as far as the Albert Basin. Because I'll tell you one thing, guys, that forced investigation took a lot out of all of us. The energy just basically drained from us. Don't worry, that's just Clodagh taking some photographs. It's not a spirit. But all around this area, folks, for anybody who isn't from the town, I'll just give you a wee bit of this is Bagnall's Castle, and you saw I read out a wee bit of the history of it earlier. Now, back at the time it was built, it would have been a lot bigger than it is now. And actually, many hundreds of years ago, before Bagnall's Castle was even built, this was actually the site of the Newry garrison. There would have been British troops stationed here and all around this area, and that's probably why the AMF has been so high tonight. And this is one of the most historic areas of the town. In the distance we can see St Clair's School and Convent. That's where we investigated a while back. We're not allowed back there anymore. But this is one of the most historic areas of Newry. And over this wall here we have the old grounds of the old Abbey Primary School, an old monastery, and the Christian Brothers Abbey Grammar School. So a lot of history attached to this area. So it doesn't surprise me one bit that there's a lot of spirit activity around here, and I've even had experiences around here myself, even many years ago, before I even got into paranormal investigation. What green pillars? I can't see any green pillars about. No, there's no green pillars. Now basically guys, high EMF readings, you're going to need to have something really nearly up close to that meter. There's nothing around here that's going to give off a high reading unless it's a spirit or some form of entity, whether it be good or bad. So there is no green boxes except the flower boxes. Is that still messing about, Linda, is it?
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it. So if it was in one particular spot, we're looking for to see about witch trials here. If there's any spirits that know about witch trials, to come forward and talk to us.
I wonder if we took a walk down by Abbey Yard, we'll still go off with that. We're going down that way anyway,
yeah.
On our way into the tunnels.
Well, look at because earlier it was just going.
Yeah.
Like
It's actually all over the place there.
it hasn't got a clue what it's doing.
It's all over. There's something manipulating that.
Yeah. Because like I've walked in the same areas.
Yeah.
To see if we can see if I can make it light up. But
And there's nothing here that's going to give off a high EMF reading.
spirit. We asked for a spirit to come forward that knew if there was witch trials here. Yes. In the 17th century. Were there more than 20 women accused of witchcraft here? Yes. More than 50 women.
Yeah. So, well, it's back on. There's somebody's some spirits manipulating that.
Yeah.
Say there's nothing around here that's going to give off a high EMF or make that meter go like that.
And I've gone over my track, so it has gone off, it hasn't gone off, it has gone off. So
Yeah.
Is that the same spirit back? So we're asking about the women. Were the women burnt here for accused of witchcraft? Yes.
Yeah.
Were there women hung here accused of witchcraft? Yes. Was it a witch communicating with Yoda? Yeah. Were these innocent women? No, they're wrong. Okay.
Aye, oh well, I know them wee green boxes you're talking about, Francis. There's none of them around here though. There's none of them around here. So there's nothing really can be given off high EMFs. I don't really like using EMF meters in the centre of towns anyway. I prefer to use them out in the countryside. I don't like using them in houses either. Especially houses because in houses you're very, very close to things that'll give off EMF, high EMF readings. So I don't like using them meters inside houses. I much prefer to use them out in the countryside, where we were tonight. I was the scene of the force investigation. I mean, people keep talking about these wee green boxes. There's no green boxes about. No, the wee green electricity boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just that.
There's none of them around here.
Yeah, because I went back over my steps with the EMF. I went round. I took my whole. I went the whole way round to double check, but the meter wasn't going off in the same spot. So.
Yeah, you're far enough away from like the car and all that.
Yeah, and I passed it again.
Yeah. Oh, if there was definitely one of them wee boxes around, you could say it was one of them. I mean, during the week, I was going down Uri towpath, and I came underneath power lines that were just coming across the towpath, and my meter shot up into the red and stayed there, and then when I got past the power lines, it dropped back down. You know, but you have to be directly underneath them. You know, as soon as I just got even the slightest wee bit past the power lines, the meter dropped back down again and went off. So that's, I mean, there's nothing right above us or beside us that's actually going to give off them high EMFs, you know. So
so I'm picking it up off the lamp, I think, to about.
now, it wouldn't be people's mobile phones, because earlier on, when the meter was off, I actually had to take my phone over and actually put it beside the meter for the meter to go off, so the distance even they were at, where their phones wouldn't be setting it off either. Well, we head down into the tunnels. I was thinking, you see we over by the Albert Basin. Maybe too far. I don't know, you can go where you want. But I was going to suggest maybe doing around John Mitchell Place at Comans Park. But then again, that's a residential area. So I say the Albert Basin might be our best bet. But tonight, guys, is more of a bit of a walkabout than an actual investigation, because we'd done our investigation earlier on. So and a lot of us are very, very tired from it. And believe me, out in the countryside it was Baltic freezing. The wind would have blew the hair off a bald man. We're just basically going around tonight, just taking different readings, and that's basically going to be the height of it. So, but I thought I would live stream it anyway, since we couldn't actually get live stream in the original investigation. So if people find this a wee bit boring tonight, so be it. But you know, paranormal investigation is not all exciting, because a lot of times you do just go around and you take different readings in certain places. It's not all about sticking on spirit boxes and talking to spirits all the time. You know, because I actually have an investigation plan for this whole area some night. but I just want to go around and just sort of get the gist of maybe what spirit activities taking place, how much of it's taking place. Because I'm going to try and get permission to get into a couple of buildings around here and investigate the inside of them, including Bagnall's Castle. So it's always handy to check out a place before you actually investigate it. And Bagnall's Castle seemed to be giving off good activity. Huh? So we'll go down into the tunnels at Abbey Yard now and we'll see. Who's this here? Here, Shane, the lady in Abbey Yard, what's her name? Is it Beatrice, is it? Huh?
I'll stick it in my food.
Were you going to leave that there?
Yeah. How long is a big fucking yellow lemonade in your cup?
Linda, this is Newry. They would take the wheels off a jet if it flew too low.
Last time the Pope did mass in your community, the Pope had been flops. Did your mum buy Pat Price's house when he bought the Chippy as well, did he?
That's what I don't know. Don't know. Still does nice fish and chips though. Don't know why. No, I don't know why he bought the house or not. But I don't care what anybody says. When Pat had it, it was the best fish and chips in this town. Now, say you make it high EMF readings down here because of the lights in the tunnel.
Yeah.
But the likes of the wee gaps on the outside, you'll be okay. Then again, the lights aren't on, so you could turn that on. You're not going to get a high reading here because there's nothing working. And I was getting a high reading coming up here last Sunday. And there's nothing tonight, so that would suggest to me a could be spirit activity. You know?
Where are you going, down to the basin?
Just want to go down to the basin.
I don't fancy being accused of wrapping up fucking
The residents in Coleman's Park. Like Mark McAvoy even says a lot of people have come into contact with the spirits in these tunnels, and that's true. I've heard a lot of stories about these tunnels. There's very few lights working in here, so we'll walk down. Me and Linda will walk down to the bottom, and then we'll walk back up. We'll just see if the meter will go off. So there's nothing happening here, guys. Meter's not lighting up at all. None whatsoever. No. Mode 3 is the EMF mode. Nothing at all. No. Oh, Donna says check the picture that she sent. Hold on to see.
It's going off the light,
It's going off the light, yeah.
but nothing else.
But nothing else. But that's what I mean, Linda. Come here, we'll show the followers.
Oh yeah.
Just hold it up to the light there a wee second. See the way folks is going off when Linda holds it close to the light?
You have to be quite close.
You had to be very, very close before that'll give off an EMF. So basically what we were experiencing up in Bagnall's Castle was not lights or electricity. Because basically you have to hold the device right beside them. And as I say, I already showed you, I took my phone over and put it beside the EMF meter and it went off. So you're going to need to be right beside whatever gives off the EMF meters. So I'm going to put it down to paranormal activity that was taking place up at Bagnall's Castle. Donna sent a couple of photographs. She circled one. Hold on. She seems to have caught something here.
What bags?
At Bagnall's Castle. So something. You see something in that?
Yeah, look, just
Yes.
you can kind of see like a light around it.
I got Donna Mullen just sent a photograph, and she circled it, and it's as if there's something inside the black circle, like a tall figure here. Can't really see it that well. I can see more of a face down here at the bottom.
So
That looks like a tall figure too. That's only one of the wee things, you know, the way the wall goes in.
Yeah, recesses.
Yeah, the recesses, and that's just probably the dirt. But it says here, it's just circled, and it actually looks like a face here. But then you can just slightly see what seems like a transparent, tallish figure up around here.
I thought that was the doorway there. What's the doorway?
That's just something on the stone. That's just something on the stone.
Where's the...
That's around this. No, that is a doorway, isn't it? Yeah, that's a doorway.
No, is that the back of that? Is that the back? We went round the back now. Is that the back or the front?
No, that's around the side. Remember, I went around the side. Yes. No, there's no doorway around the side. No, that's just a bit in the wall. But that looks like a face here. You see it like a face in the bottom.
Yeah. Could be just the way the stone is.
Could be.
How about we look at it and go back up?
Could be pareidolia. Could maybe be pareidolia. But thanks anyway, Donna. Thank you. Shane Jones says there's also a spirit on Chapel Street to High Walk. Him and his partner were walking up one night and spoke to her. And they continued to speak to her right up until they got to the steps of O'Neill Avenue. Fuck, that's cool.
It wasn't been Bellini's too long, was it?
I wouldn't think so, because I remember Aunt Maggie telling us about a spirit that she seen on the High Walk. And they spoke to her and Lizzie, but only they were coming down.
Right.
That was a story Aunt Maggie told us years ago. They met some woman, they were coming home from a dance, and they were coming down the High Walk, and they said there was this woman approached them and started talking to them, and then she walked on ahead and then crossed the road and disappeared into the wall with the gasworks. You know, yeah, we just had a wee look at that, Donna, so I'll get a better wee look at it when I get home. It's just with the lighting situation out here, it's sort of hard to see, you know. So we're just going to take a wee walk over to the basin, folks. Right, let this guy past. Hello. You were just on Facebook Live, Mr. Blue Car. So for those not from the town, there's our main street down here. That's Hill Street. Very historic area of the town. Lots of history around this area. And lots of history as to where we're going at the minute. I have a new jacket on me tonight, looks cool, doesn't it? Oh man, Shane, right. Chapel Street must be well haunted. I remember my Aunt Maggie telling me that story about the woman But there must be a right few spirits to actually walk Chapel Street. I'll show you this here street, guys. For those who aren't from the town either, this is Mary Street. On the right hand side on up is Newry Market, which is said to be haunted as well. Unfortunately it's locked, so we've no access to it this evening. And one of our page admins, Colette, actually used to work in a little office down here and sent me a video of what definitely appeared like spirit activity taking place across in the market. A very, very convincing video. So what I would love to do, guys, I would just love to walk around this town all night and investigate and take readings, and which I actually might do some night, providing I can get somebody to come with me and just find out where the real hot spots are and actually do proper investigations there at some stage, you know. This is a wee memorial park here. It's like a wee maritime tribute here, folks. I'll take us up and show you this here. This is in memory of the SS Connemara and the SS Retrievers. There are two boats that sank out in Carlingford Loch with the loss of a lot of people. And down around the area where the boats are said to have sank, there has actually been ghost ships sighted. That's the two boats, the SS Retriever and the SS Connemara. And this is actually the area that we're on now. This is the Dublin Bridge area of Newry. And this statue here. Well, what about you? Nice bike. So this is the statue, guys, of Patrick Rankin. And Patrick Rankin, he was the only Newry man ever to travel to Dublin to fight in the 1916 Easter Rising. So fair play to him. You would have had to, it would have been a hard road to cycle in them days. So this is the statue in memory of him. So there's actually a couple of different things remembered in this here little place. I have an owl over here, and Linda's just taking readings from this little seat here. Spooky looking dude.
Viking maybe? Wasn't this quite a bit of a Viking area?
Yeah, the Vikings would have come up Carlingford Loch. Newry would have been one of the places that they came to, yeah. He looks as if he wants to say something. Ah, good man, Shane. Yeah, we'll get a lot of us, and we'll get away around the whole town some night and take readings and see where's the hot spot. Although having said that, this town is that haunted, there's fucking the amount of hot spots. It would take years to investigate this town. I know we like branching out, and I know we like going to different places, different towns and out in the countryside and all, but you can investigate this town alone for years and you still wouldn't run out of places. That's how haunted this town is. People call it a city, but it'll always be a town to me, because I swear I was born and I was reared, and I love this wee town. It can be a shithole at times, but I love it. So this is where it takes us down into St Christopher's Park, Albert Basin area. Again, for the benefit of those not from the town, there's one of our local shopping centres or as the Americans would say, shopping malls. That's right, Sherry, the basin will be full of sad souls indeed. You know, there has been a lot of tragedy happening down around this area. So maybe when we get down the basin a wee bit, we might do a wee investigation, because I have the equipment here in my rucksack to do it. We'll maybe get a couple of motion sensor lights down, a couple of REM pods down, see if they pick up anything, maybe get a wee spirit box session going. So just bear with us. I just hope my phone doesn't run out of battery, folks, because this is the second investigation we've done tonight. And even though I wasn't live streaming the first, I was in video chat with my girlfriend. My girlfriend, she's a paranormal investigator too, and is very, very good at sensing spirits. So she joins us most times in video chat whenever we're not live streaming. So I know all you can see is dark at the minute. Stick on the torch for you. There we go. Yeah, so we're heading, Sherry, we're heading towards the Albert Basin. There she's there. And again, for the benefit of people who's not from Newry, this is the Albert Basin, this area of water. Basically, the Albert Basin takes you down to a stretch of water called Carlingford Loch, which in turn takes you out into the Irish Sea, towards the Isle of Man and mainland UK. This is the second of our shopping centres. This is the Quays. The Quays Shopping Centre, very nice structure. Pity about the prices of some of the shops in the place. But yeah, down here in where we're heading now is we're actually in what's known as St Christopher's Park. This used to be the old Irish Travellers camp years ago, until the local housing authorities started actually giving them houses instead of making them live in caravans, which I'm sure would have been a bit uncomfortable for some of them, you know, especially the elderly ones. So, and there's a few incidents happening down here as well. So in the camp, there's people died in tragic circumstances. So you can fairly feel the wind going through you as it's coming up the loch here. We investigated down here a couple of months ago, guys, but that particular night the heavens opened. I didn't even have time to say good night to you, as I just switched the live stream off. So huh?
Two people walk up towards us.
Is there, yeah? I see, just noticed a couple of people walking up towards us. A couple of people maybe walking down the Greenway or maybe down Curtin.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't think you'll get too many people out this sort of night on a carry out. Or it could be two spirits even. No. How's it going? No, definitely not spirits. They're humming beings. That's right, so did my own granda Shane, yeah. Actually, my great grandfather was killed down here many years ago. Maybe he making through the night. Just a pity it's such a long bastard of a walk. We actually, what time is it now?
Just over
12:30. So basically, we've been investigating for like 3.5 hours now. Yeah, we've been investigating for about 3.5 hours now, folks. I know we're not too long on here. You know, and actually the last night we were down here, you didn't do that one with us, CJ, did you?
No.
Last night we were down here, we actually got a good bit of activity. I wonder if we'll actually get out onto the waterfront, because the gates over here seem closed. Whereas the last time we were down here, they were open. We could actually get out onto the side of the canal or the river or whatever. No, the river's over there. This is the canal. The river's behind us. Oh, yep, they look closed. Oh, bollocks. There's a wee gap in the fence over there. No, it's not. Ah, for fuck's sake. Bollocks to that, folks. The last night we were down here. Well, there's that gate open, huh? Or is that just a fence that goes in the ways? Oh, yes. You go back up and around, that's what we do. Turn back there, folks. You go back and around. Ah, yes, it's behind this trailer here. If I remember correctly. Well, I bloody well hope so. Yeah. Ah, found the right way now, folks. Oh, the load boards are way behind us. Out onto the waterfront now, guys. That's the proper way. I remember down here the last time I got a photograph of this figure. I swear to God, it must have been about over 8 feet tall. We reckon it was the giant Patrick Murphy. Patrick Murphy, he was a guy from Rostravar, and he worked up here in the docks. He worked in England, he worked in Germany during his short life. But he was measured at 8 foot 2 inches tall, and the tallest man in the world around that particular time. This was back in the 1800s, so we reckon that was the dude that we got in the photograph that night. Happy days we're here, are we? Yeah, this is where we done the investigation the last time. We just sort of made here our wee base. So we'll do the same here. Right folks, we have arrived. Just give me a wee second. Oh bollocks. Fucking, I blame you, Spur. Don't fucking push my torch off. Right. Just need to put this phone down a wee second, guys. Like a stuff out of the rucksack. Right. A couple of motion sensor lights down.
Yep.
Instead of bringing a big bulky one, I had brought 2 new. There's one,
Okay.
and there's now one. So just let us know where you put them in case I stand on them later on. Now we'll take out the 2 ramp pods, folks. Or the 3 ramp pods, sorry. The 3 ramp pods here this evening. So there you are, folks. Here's our ramp pods. This one you've seen before. Have you seen Casper? Have you been introduced to Casper? This is our wee bear pod. All you really do to him is you touch him and he lights up. Quite cool. So Linda's just setting down the motion sensor lights. There's David and Alison's arrived. Alison's our guest from a team called RIP Ireland, based in Belfast and Lisburn. That's where our members are from. So it's always good to have Alison up investigating with us. Yeah, she's still working. Now, we actually got I'm actually going to sit... shut up. I'm actually going to sit Casper here. Because we actually got a spurred by this bollard here the last time. I wonder where we'll sit this most of this other ramp pod. Yeah, we used to have the motion sensor lights, Linda. That's where we got the figure of the 8-foot guy the last time.
Well, that motion sensor's already gone off beside the rescue.
This here one?
Yeah,
that's already gone off, right?
Yeah, and then I put one just in the middle.
I see the one up there that's in the middle. That's where we got the 8-foot figure that night.
Oh, okay.
So that's well placed. So what we'll do, folks, we'll just... I'll tell you, I'm actually just going to leave the ramp pods on top of these bollards. Because we actually got activity around these bollards the last time we were down here. Now, I'll tell you what. Do you want to put if you want to put the wee black box down in front of the gate, and we'll leave Casper on top of the bollard.
Right.
That's only little Linda lifting the ramp pod. It's not gone off by a spurt. So, folks, what we'll do is we'll just hang about for a little while. I will see. We'll see if any of the ramp pods and the motion sensor lights go off, and Because we have noticed in some investigations, especially recently, we weren't getting much activity, but when we just stood about and did nothing and ignored the spirits, then the next thing, motion sensor lights were coming on, ramp pods were going off. Oh, here we go. Already guys, now you can see there's nobody near that ramp pod. There's nobody near that ramp pod. So there we go. Nobody's near it. And it went off.
Barry, can you turn that ramp pod off again? Or let the machine off again.
Can you do what you just did there a minute ago? There we go. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, Spirit. If the answer is yes, make it go off again. Are you a male spirit? Down the Albert Basin, Laura. Are you a female spirit? Have you gone, Spirit? I don't think it's demons. Oh, it's still here. Oh, when I say demons, it went off. Oh, so are you a malevolent spirit? I was about to say I don't think you get demons down here, but you get them anywhere. Are you an evil spirit? Now, it mightn't necessarily be a demon, Mark, but then again it could be. Because after all, there's a lot of tragedy down around here, and that's basically what demons feed off. They feed off that sort of stuff. So, could well be. Are we dealing with a demon here? Or Robert, is this you bollocks? Have you followed us again? That's not you, Linda. You actually have to be literally touching that aerial for that. That's not you. No, you have to touch that aerial for that to go off. I tell you, stick gas rope beside him. But when I asked, when I asked, was that Robert? It went off. So I just said him there, Claudia. So, Mr. Spirit or Robert or whoever it is, can you set off the little teddy bear just the same way as you're setting off the black box? Can you touch the little bear for us? Can you touch Casper? And I swear to God, if you hurt Casper, I'm going to get you exorcised. But guys, I'd just like to give a big shout out to Gary and Tracy from our friends at Night Terrors Paranormal. who are watching the live stream this evening. And even the Spurs giving you a shout out as well. Do you want us to put on the Spirit Box and talk to you? I think that's a definitive yes.
Yes, they're not going with the spirit from.
If any of you's got a torch, just I'll turn this off and I'll get the Spirit Box out. So if somebody just keep the torch on the, what do you call it? On the, yes, yeah, listen, be patient, will you? Fuck's sake. We're coming now. Listen, if you don't shut up, we'll not put the Spirit Box on at all. Because we fuck off, Robert. Yeah, Robert, yeah. I'll turn this on. Is that all you can do? Yeah, set off the teddy bear. Come on. So, Spirit, could you come forward and tell us your name? Robert, is this you again? Yeah. Sorry, what did you say? Is this you again, Robert? What? Oh yeah, you can see that. I don't know whether that's the wind doing it or whether it's the Spirit moving it. But definitely, see, for that to go off, you need to touch that antenna. See that? No. That's when you have to be right down beside that for it to go off. So that's definitely paranormal activity taking place. So Robert, is it yourself, is it? And here, I don't know why you've noticed. It's got a lot colder. It's got a lot colder since this Spirit is showing up. Yeah, no bother, Laura. The next time we're in town, we'll let you know and you can come out with us. You were one of the people who was kind enough to donate. I know you couldn't make it the last time, but we'll definitely give you a shout the next time. The little teddy bear, that's actually another REM pod. It does the same job as the wee black boxes beside it. See the way when Linda touched him, he lights up. So basically, that's it does the same job as the black boxes. He's supposed to stop, but he's still gone off.
Yes.
You can still hear him. He done that with me the other day on the towpath. He's back on. No, that's the Spirits doing that. So, Robert, is this definitely you that's with us? That was a woman answered yes. That was a woman answered yes. So, madam, is Robert making you answer on his behalf? Yeah, he said yeah himself. Robert, we already told you you're a bit of a coward. I don't know what you're getting from following us, you know. That's right, Robert, you can't. You're a dick. Do you agree, Robert, that you're a dick? Do you agree that you're a cardinal? Oh, he does, he agrees. Folks, you can see there's nobody near either Casper or the Rampod. Casper's gone off a wee bit. See the way you can hear him slightly. He hasn't stopped. That's because the spurt's beside him, you see. But for him to go off fully, you have to touch him. Spur, can you touch Casper's head? There's no point in saying Spur. Robert, we know it's you. So since you want to mess about, can you touch Casper's head? Somebody came through there and said no. Robert, why are you not going to touch Casper? He's not going to bite you.
Robert, if you really want to annoy Casper, give Casper a good kick.
No, Robert, if you give Casper a good kick, I'll get you exercise, the bastard you. Is that all you can do? There's the motion sensor laid on. Oh wow, that's them too. So it's only David and Alison, guys. It's not the real spurt activity is taking place here. Yep, you're right. So Robert, tell us this here. Did you follow us tonight just to wind us up? He's answering yes. Say Alison, did you follow us tonight to wind us up? Here, Robert's followed us over. Did they? What's that saying there, Trick?
Yeah. We actually went that colour, but the whole way, I mean, right up.
Right?
Oh, that was a big one. And the wind didn't change there.
No, the wind didn't change.
No, that area was full of that wind. Yeah, it's not even going with the wind.
Yeah, I don't know why you can see the antenna on the Rampod, folks. It's actually moving in the opposite direction to the wind. So that's clearly a spur that's moving that. Sorry, madam, could you repeat that? We'll ask for Francis. The thing about it is, guys, if Francis still has family living in this area, we're not going to try and contact them, as it may upset them, okay?
It's actually going round in a circle. It's actually going
That's the thermal imaging camera, sis, you're talking about. Was this the... Look at what Clodagh got in the app, guys. Anger. And he's only after saying yeah, did you hear that? He said yes. Robert, are you angry at us? Are you angry at us because we made a dick out of you earlier on? Huh? Well, there's no point following us, Robert, because we're not going to help you in any way, shape or form because of what you did. I better check my battery, you see. Fuck, I've only 20%. Guys, just give me 1 wee second. I'm going to have to stick a power bank on my battery, or on my phone, sorry. CJ, you want to hold that spare box a wee second? So just give me a wee second, folks.
Thermal imaging camera out there as well.
I'll take the thermal camera out as well. Yeah, guys, just give me a couple of minutes. I need to put a power bank onto my phone. My battery's at 20%. So, and this investigation is too good for the fucking power to be going off. Robert McBobbert. Huh? Well, you want to lend to the thermal imaging camera?
See if we can pick it up there.
Yeah. Or is that now? Sorry guys, but back with you in a wee minute. There's it there. Yeah, just turn it on there.
Go first.
I don't have these things drain the batteries. No, there's there. I was going to say I don't have these drain the batteries out of that. Robert is a dickhead. Robert is a dickhead. Robert is a wanker. Robert is a wanker. Laura, I'll tell you what Robert did. Many years ago, Robert murdered a young girl in a Cardi manor. That's what he did. Robert, are you going to set Casper offers? You better not hurt him, I'm telling you. What do you say there? Oh, the SLS opsis. Do you want to try using the SLS up, CJ? Or Julie said she wanted to see the app that uses all the energy. And then she says, the one that CJ had that was dancing. So I just took it. I just took it was the SLS one. Not picking up any, no. Robert, are you away? No, obviously not, because you just said something there.
Yeah, I'm picking up some heat stuff here, but it comes and goes. Come on, show yourself.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, Francis. We'll see. We'll see.
Up in the teddy bear there.
Did it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a wee flicker.
Right. Well, these about then. We have a couple of protective prayers that we say, Francis, and I have a wee stick of sage here. So I'll sage the whole lot of us before we head home, certainly. Especially when we're dealing with a spirit like your boy that's here at the minute.
Robert, speak more clearly.
Yes, Robert, we can't hear you. No, there's no point setting that off because we don't understand what you're saying when you're setting that off. Do you think rampods can talk, do you? Well, Robert, I haven't had a cigarette all night. I'm going to have one now. Do you want one?
Go first.
Did he? She said go for it. I told Robert I was having a cigarette and he said go for it. Robert, stop blowing out my bloody lighter, will you? Thank you. does, yeah. Anything that sort of gives off a heat source, that'll pick it up. The likes of a spirit, you wouldn't pick up heat too much from.
Yeah.
Spirits give off a cold sort of energy. So if you get a sort of a blue or a purple sort of figure, then you'll know that's the spirit that's around us. Robert, could you manifest yourself in front of that camera that Linda's using? Did he, yeah? Did you see him?
Yeah, just for a split second.
To see if you want to hold the photo, see the button at the front. No, not that one. See the one where your index finger is.
Yeah. Oh, right, okay.
Just click it once, and you'll get a still image of the spirit if you see it again. Hello, Frank.
Robert, can you show yourself again?
How is that? No worries.
Or the guys are feeling money for tonight.
I do well.
What makes them? T-shirts and things. What makes their faces?
That's the actual regatta fleecy.
Is it
Yeah.
are they lined?
Lined, well, they're nice and warm anyway.
Are they?
I don't think they're lined, but they're very, very warm. Very, very warm.
See, Pat, this is what's coming up, and I'm just pointing, and there was just dark blue, but every now
See
and
that there?
again. Yeah.
You see the two legs?
Yeah.
So see it there, you can see it. Right. You see the two legs, you can see the torso, and you can see his head.
Yeah.
Just here, guys, see where my finger is? This is the spirit here. That's him there. Call him lovely.
Is that you, Robert, that I have?
Yeah, no worries, because I say to him I would throw the rest of the stuff in on Thursday day. Right, see you later, folks. Take care. What do you say, heat? That's a good capture there, Linda.
Come on, Robert, show yourself.
Now, Robert, we're going to ask you something big now. Can you fully manifest in front of us? Can you actually show yourself? If I asked a couple of our viewers to take a screenshot right now, could you manifest for the camera?
No.
No, why not? Do as you're told. So you're not going to manifest for us? No. Okay. Well, we already know what you look like anyway. Oh yeah, Francis, are you trying to quit the smokes?
Robert, can you set off the black box again?
What'd she say?
No idea.
I know sometimes they talk that fast you can't understand what they're saying on the spirit box. You still here, Robert?
Right, is that?
So you say it too, right? Good man yourself. What about if I sage this area, Robert? Do you want me to sage the area? Was it really worth doing what you did? How do you hear that?
The voice.
There's footsteps.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I thought it was the water.
I know it was the water as well.
The water as
Yeah, I
well.
can hear the water, but there's actually footsteps on top of that there behind us.
Standing behind us, Robert.
Yeah. So you're behind us now, Robert. How can you be behind us and set off the rampart at the same time? You have to be over beside it. So you're telling lies. There's somebody else behind us. Oh, good man, Francis. I'm trying to cut down myself. I'll give you a wee message later, Laura, and tell you what he done.
Mrs. Can you speak more clearly?
Madam, did you used to work along down here? Yeah, right, okay. So tonight, guys, the spirits are confirming both through the spirit box that CJ has and through the rampart. So it's actually very, very strong spirits we have around us tonight, since they're able to communicate using two devices.
There's quite a few watching us from down here as well. I'm picking up quite a few.
A few more spirits.
Yeah, yeah.
On the Linda on the thermal camera, she's picked up a few more spirits. Actually in the vicinity, guys. So we've actually a good few around us tonight.
Can you tell us how many here with us?
Right here, six. Six spirits. Guys with six spirits here with us at the minute. We know that with Robert, and we know that we have a lady who's also come through. Linda's got a couple of other ones that she's caught just standing about.
Can you tell us your name?
They don't seem to want to communicate.
Is that Mary?
That sounded very like Mary. Yep, there we go. So the female spirit's called Mary. Mary Quake and Trary.
Did you used to work here, Mary?
Yeah, she did.
You're going crazy for us now.
So, how are you this evening, Mary? Are you happy to be communicating with us?
Yeah.
Yep, thank you very much. We hope you're enjoying life on the other side.
Are you happy?
We might actually have to end the investigation in a wee minute, guys. It's starting to rain and I'm not getting either my phone or any of the equipment wet. Not a chance. Because it would just cost too much to replace it all. So Mary, it's good to have you with us.
Can you set off the black box again for us?
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. At least we are joined by a very pleasant spirit this evening for once. Thank you, Mary. Fair play to you. And Mary, can you tell us, did your death take place down here? No, mustn't have. Were you from... Let me answer the question. Let me ask the question first. Or is that you, Robert, doing that in badness? Mary, were you from the town here? Robert, we'll go when we're ready to go.
Don't tell us to leave.
Here, Mary, do you know this guy Robert that's here with us? Oh, you do know him?
Behind me.
Is that what he said? He's behind you, is he? Well, Mary, earlier on he tried to bully another female spirit into not talking to us. Don't let him do the same to you.
Mary, did Robert hurt you?
You know something, guys? This seems to be a very unlucky place for us to investigate. Every time we come down here, it starts raining.
Mary, do you need any help from us?
Are you happy in the spirit world, Mary? Oh, she is indeed, Mark. She's as sound as a pound. It's actually good to have a pleasant spirit around us tonight for once. Seems to have no communication coming through now, guys. What did he say?
No.
No. Wait, Robert, are you trying to prevent Mary from talking to us? That's right, Mark. I think we're going to have to start investigating places where there's a lot more sort of friendly spirits known to haunt. We actually have done a lot of investigations where we've got malevolent spirits. I think we've actually contacted too many out. I'd love to do a place that's known for its friendly spirits. Mary, did you work alongside the dockers? Now, please don't let Robert prevent you from talking to us. See, he tries that with every female spirit.
Mary, can you set off the black box again for us? You're still with us. Defeated.
You're defeated, Robert, are you? Are you feeling defeated? You should be. What do you say? Check, I see there any motion sensor lights on, isn't it? None at all. I'm actually surprised that thermal imaging camera's lasted as long, because the spirits are very fond of draining the batteries out of that. No, there's no very little communication coming through now. I'm ready to call it a night because it's getting very cold and it's also starting to rain. So, guys, I hope you understand that, because it is starting. It's actually mizzling a good bit here, and that fine rain can get into equipment far handier than heavy raindrops and destroy it. I'm not taking the risk of getting my equipment damaged. It's very expensive to replace. So we are going to call it a night. This is the second investigation we've done here, and we had to go because it was raining. So we're not coming back here to the summertime, and we're going to make sure it's a very warm night and no rain. So but I do apologise for having to go so abruptly, folks. But listen, how you enjoyed tonight's investigation? How you enjoyed yourselves tonight, guys? Give us a couple of wee love hearts there. Go on. Give us a couple of wee love hearts. Well, there's 34 people left watching. Give us 34 love hearts. Go on. How dare you?
Yeah, every now and again it just flips red for me.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very, very much indeed. Yep, we're getting loads of love hearts.
Earlier from Robert.
Robert, here, before we go, you're going to give me a kiss. Robert, come over here and give me a good night kiss. Come on. Mwah. Give me a big wet fucking slap on the lips.
You've no permission to do that to me or CJ.
No right to touch any of us.
Come on, Robert, come over and give me a big kiss. I will indeed, Mark. I'll private message you. I'll private message you that story. You can actually get it on, what do you call it? You can get it on Google, but I'll send you a wee private message with it.
I think Robert's standing right in front of you.
Standing in front of me, is he? Guys, Linda's called Robert on the thermal, standing right in front of me or beside me. Is he trying to kiss me, is he?
He's like literally face to face. It's just I can't get a proper shape.
Robert.
Like standing staring into my face, is he?
Yeah.
Robert, you're trying to square up to me, are you?
Looks so ill. Female saying yeah.
Don't square up to me, Robert. Fuck off. Anyway, guys, listen, glad you could join us this evening. It was great having your company, and it was good to get 2 investigations done on the one night, because we've been doing very, very few investigations recently. So tonight's actually been brilliant, and I've really enjoyed it. And spirits, Robert in particular, you have no permission to follow us home. If you do, you'll get this exercise from the house. Let me see.
Kinda. Just it's hard to get him.
Guys, as you can see, I'll just point to you. There's Robert. There's me. And you can see he's trying to square off to me. Will do, Shane, will do. So folks, listen, thanks very much for joining us this evening. It's been great having your company. Hopefully, and actually this night fortnight is our 1 year anniversary. This Paranormal Shenanigans team. Now, even though the group was going from August 2019, the investigation team is 1 year old in 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks now tonight since we did our first ever investigation, so we're going to hopefully have a special investigation for that night, 2 weeks time. But in the meantime, thanks very, very much for joining us. It was great to have you. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Good night and God bless. Take care of each other, and chat to you all soon, okay? Bye bye.